Greetings and welcome to this week's magical message. I pray you all are doing wonderfully this week. So we are going to go ahead and get into the overview of this week, and we have the Nine of Baskets. So with the Nine of Baskets, we're really being given opportunity and have been being given opportunity this week to really enjoy some of those finer things in life, some of those things that allow for your finances to be secure, for your relationships to go to new levels, or for them to end if that is what is in order. You also have you could have gained some things materially in your life this week. You may have also felt like, things just kind of moved your way, and maybe with little effort of your own, you just happen to find yourself in either positions or in the right place where things just flowed easily to you. Things that you had been working on, you started to get your results back. Things that, maybe you even like won the lottery or something this week. So there is a lot of prosperity in this energy of over our week. Now, with the beginning of the week, we have the Big Queen. And the Big Queen talks about Mother Wit. She talks about that divine feminine energy that really asks you to go into your intuition, to trust, to have faith, to nurture, to love unconditionally. She asks that you allow yourself to do this so that you can see the bigger picture of what it is that is around you, what it is that you are to give. It's a really beautiful message for us to start the week off with, because it kind of sets the tone, for the rest of the week and the kind of energies that we're going to be moving with. And anytime we have the opportunity to be more gentle with ourselves in an effort to see the bigger picture, that is, in my book, that is the preferred way to see something rather than having the Band-Aid snatched off, right? And so the other thing, because in the middle of the week, we had the Seven of Knives, and that talks about, doing work. A lot of times it can be spiritual work, doing spiritual work to get what it is that you are needing to acquire, getting people to move in particular ways. So it can be influential, and it can be influential in ways that are a little bit, how would I put that? A little extraordinary. And it's not necessarily by the books, it's not necessarily something that you're gonna, find in the rule book, but it is a way for you to be able to kind of manifest some things in some bigger ways than you would have normally. And the whole energy this week is kind of going about things in a different way. So you may have felt this week that the energies were a little bit different, that things were a little odd, even if you couldn't quite place it. I know I had that feeling, especially in the beginning of the week. I just noticed that the energy felt like something was coming, something was on its way. But the Seven of Knives talks about strategic planning and moving into a new space. So you've gotten this greater understanding from Mother Wit, the Big Queen. And now you've done the work. Now you're doing the work. You're putting those things in place. You're tying all of those little parts that you had together in order to bring together this big picture, right? That allows you to move forward. And sometimes maybe it looks crazy, or maybe the road to where you got looks crazy, and that's the extraordinary thing that's kind of unexpected, or just not the normal way of going about it, right? Maybe how you got to this point was a little abnormal, and that's okay, right? Maybe it took some spiritual work. Maybe it took some faith work. Maybe it took you walking down a path that no one else was willing to walk down, that no one else believed in, but it got you to this point, right? So now you're in a position to really not just get the reward, but also you're also holding the keys to this bigger understanding, right? And that is really the goal, because when you understand not just that you made it, but all the pieces that came together to make sure that you made it, when you understand all of that, it opens your own heart up to a greater form of gratitude. You're in a space where you're realizing the potential that the universe has, the potential that you have, and that when you all work together as one, it's unlimited. There's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing you can't accomplish. And so it's really like this week kind of acts as a confidence boost, right? For you to really be in a space where you're believing in yourself and you're believing in your intuition and the universe that is around you. Because again, the energies flowed a little bit different this week. You know, we're talking about spiritual work and intuition. We're talking about that nurturing feminine energy. And so it's going to move a little bit differently. It's not going to be those hard cut rules that that you may be used to following in some other settings. That's what it's really asking you to open up, right? Let go, let your hair down, allow yourself to reflect, allow yourself to be in a space where you can receive. Okay. And then we end the week with the 4 of Coins. So again, this is talking about your finances. Right? This is talking about those things of value. It's talking about things that mean something to you. And you're in a space where you have found these things, right? Now, again, it may be a little unexpected. It may not follow the rules exactly in terms of how you got to it. Now, not following the rules and being in integrity are two different things in this particular reading, because not following the rules doesn't necessarily mean that you've moved out of integrity. Sometimes to be in integrity within yourself, you do move against the grain. And sometimes it just happens like that. And it's okay when it does, because the biggest truth is that you have to follow your truth, right? So, but the end of this week, we're talking about financial security. We're talking about material gains. We're talking about having come into inheritances and being in a space where you are managing your money in really good ways, making sure that you're not overspending, making sure that you're not hoarding it, right? You're not holding it so tight because you're afraid to lose it that you don't do anything with it, but really allowing yourself to just be in a space where you are balanced in what it is that you're doing. You know, you are aware of what's presently needed, but you're also planning for the future, right? So this week kind of circles you back around to this 9 of baskets. You know, we started off with that overall energy, this mother wit. She's getting us in the mold to open ourselves up to greater things, greater possibilities, greater truths, to be able to bridge different pieces of something that we've been working on together so that we can then move forward, having had put in that work, having had come to the fullness of that understanding. And then in the end excuse me, in the end of the week, then we have the 4 of Coins, where we have manifested what it is that we have desired. Those things have come together. They've solidified. That 4 is the foundation. So those things have come to be in our lives in ways that are going to be really beneficial, really rewarding, right? Now, the one thing that I did want to add to this is that the shadowed aspect, because I want to make sure that both sides are covered. The shadowed aspect of this week is that you may have had a very difficult time when it came to your finances, when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your ability to connect and to see your way out. If you're in a space where you feel like you're not able to see beyond where you are, right? And you're not trusting that you're going to be able to. If you are not only not following, the regular rules, but you're not even in integrity with yourself, right? You're going to experience more of those shadowed energies. You're going to experience some things happening in ways that can be very, I'll put it like this. It could be very rough, because though that nurturing feminine energy has the ability to be very soft and nurturing and loving, right? On the other side of that, she also has the ability to teach you some of the hardest lessons you will ever learn. And if it's not necessary, then it's not necessary, right? If you have the ability to take the time and to just be real with yourself about where it is that you are, who you are, what you're doing, why you're doing it, allow yourself to get quiet. Allow yourself to open up to the possibility that maybe it's possible that there's something more here for you than what it is that you can see. Maybe whatever problem you're dealing with, it's not the end of the world. It may seem or may feel like the world could come to an end, depending on what it is. Maybe that's, a fair statement. However, it's not the only possibility, right? So always believe in the miracle of other possibilities, right? And those things come into reality. They have the ability to come into reality when you believe in them. You don't have to know exactly what they are. You just have to know that there are other possibilities than what it is that you're looking at currently. Okay? So with that, I want to go ahead and close out the reading for this week. I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you all for subscribing. If you like this video, if you liked other videos that I've posted previously, make sure that you like and subscribe so you can get these videos every week. And we will talk again next week. If you want to book a reading, or you want to just leave a comment or just share something, my contact information is down below as well. So I love you all. Thank you. And we'll talk next week. Bye.